Hello, everyone. Welcome to my Venus Through the Signs series. And this is going to be a little different than what you're used to, not the same old rehash of sign descriptions and Venus being in those sign descriptions. If I strongly encourage you, if you want a more thorough explanation of how I arrive at these indications of Venus, to watch my video, Venus in Signs Introduction. I go into a more detailed explanation. But just to recap, these descriptions are based on the placement of Venus from its Mula Tricona sign, which is Libra, and then also based on the number of signs Taurus is away from Venus, Taurus being the feminine sign of Venus. So Libra is the root trine of Venus, and it's where that planet gets its energy from within the zodiac. And so the beginning is Libra, and then it flows to Venus, and then it flows from Venus to Taurus, which is its feminine sign. Libra is like the first house of Venus, okay? Every planet has a first house, so to speak, and that's the Mula Tricona sign. Usually that sign is the masculine sign, but not for the moon or for Mercury, okay? And then also, in addition to that, there's the Kalapurusha. Kalapurusha is the Indian or the Hindu name for the zodiac. The zodiac is a Greek word. It's based on zoo. It has to do with animals, and that's why most of the signs are based on animals, except for 3. But Kalapurusha is the zodiac in the human body form of the zodiac. And so it's the personification of time, or it means time man, okay? That's literally what it means, is time man. And so the body parts rule over certain signs, and that will give a lot of added description to how a planet acts within that sign. Okay, so today's video is Venus in Capricorn. And a Venus in Capricorn person will have 4th and 5th house characteristics to his or her Venus. 4th house characteristics because Capricorn is the 4th sign from Libra, and 5th house because from Capricorn to Taurus, it's 5 signs. So this Venus in Capricorn person will become inspired and will initiate relationships based on finding happiness through deep emotional needs, which is a 4th house thing, okay? Because it always begins with Libra and goes to Venus, and that energy is what is inspiring the Venus to act. And then when the Venus does act, it acts in a way according to 5th house connotations, because Taurus is 5 signs away. So feeling emotional security and making decisions based on emotional security is an integral part to a Venus in Capricorn's happiness. The Venus in Capricorn person will receive love from others in a grand romantic fashion, which is 5th house, or they will go about obtaining their desired partner in that way, okay? And Venus in Capricorn is very creative in the way they express their devotion. They will like to display their intelligence and be appreciated for it. That is very important to them, intelligence, because 5th house is intelligence, and creative intelligence especially. So the consequences of decisions made by a Venus in Capricorn person will often lead them into some kind of creativity and the opportunity to express the creativity, and this will weigh heavily on the decisions they make, because Venus is our decision making. We weigh the value of something. That's the scales of Libra, okay? And also, if they have children, these people will they'll always take into consideration the well-being of their children and how well it will benefit their children. Now, a man with Venus in Capricorn will have a wife or a girlfriend that has ill luck with teachers, mentors, philosophy, religion, and money. Um, and the reason that is because Jupiter is debilitated in Capricorn, and Jupiter represents all that things. So all those things. So if a man has Venus in Capricorn, his wife will have those qualities about her. Okay. Now in the Kalapurusha, in the Time Man, the time personified, Capricorn represents the thighs. Capricorn represents the top of the knee joint to the hip. So Capricorn represents the entire thigh area, the hamstrings, and the quadriceps. And the thighs are thought to do all the work of walking, running, hiking, getting up from a sitting position, sitting down, but it's really the butt. It's actually your butt that does more of that work. And it's because the butt is the biggest muscle in the body. The glutes are the biggest muscle in the body, but the thighs are also a very big muscle, or two very big muscles. But whenever we walk a long time, or we're hiking a lot, or running a lot, our legs get tired, and we mainly think it's our thighs getting tired, but it's not really. It's believed to be that the thighs do most of the work. They don't. It's the butt that does most of the work, the glutes. So that is kind of telling for a Capricorn in general, but for Venus, it means that the person will put a lot of their emotional energy, a lot of effort into a relationship, but they think they've done a lot of work in it when they actually haven't really, and they're expecting quite a lot back, and they're probably not getting as much as they think they should get back. So sometimes they're frequently disappointed in that area of life. And yeah, that's how Venus in Capricorn works. So, and Saturn, the ruler of Capricorn, is a friend to Venus. So when Venus is in Capricorn or in Aquarius, any of Saturn's signs, this is a very good placement for Venus. And the reason Saturn is a friend to Venus is because Saturn is lazy. He works hard, but he's also very lazy, meaning he likes to do the physical labor that needs to be done and then just relax. And he only does what's needed. He only goes as far as what's needed to get done and then relax. He doesn't have a goal in mind. He's able to be alone, but that's what he does. He's a hard worker. He's a Sudra, which means he's a manual laborer. So when Venus in those signs, it's great because Venus is luxuries. Venus is rest and relaxation. And Saturn likes to relax after a day of hard work. And what better way to relax as with someone you love? It's great to relax with someone you love, which is Venus, right? Or relax with comforts like good food, good drink, a massage, all the comforts that Venus provides. Venus rules therapy and nurses as well. So when you work hard or you're injured or you're in pain, which is also Saturn, it's great to have Venus there to comfort you. So that's how Venus in Capricorn works. Okay, thanks for watching. Oh, and yeah.